Joseph Brown walks through a brisk Baltimore morning. His destination, the University of Maryland, Baltimore School of Law. Joe's a senior, and he's got a goal when he completes high school.
Just to go out and work.
Joe works as an intern in the law library on campus. Tiana Miller wends her way along one block over. She, too, heads toward campus at the University of Maryland, Baltimore.
Hi, Tiana. Hi. Hi, how are things going? Good.
Tiana works as an office assistant.
Yeah.
Clarence Moore strides with purpose toward his future. Like the others, Clarence is a high school senior. And, like the others, Clarence is on the job at the University of Maryland, Baltimore, painting his future in bold strokes.
That was my first thing I wanted to do when I first came to Project Search.
What is Project Search?
Project Search is an innovative employment program for people with disabilities. It was started in Cincinnati, Ohio more than a decade ago. It's now being replicated nationally, around the world.
Project Search is a high school transition program for students with disabilities. It weaves students, the school system, and employers together in a win-win for all.
Good morning.
It's a business model. It's a unique collaboration of partners. Here it's the University of Maryland, Baltimore, the Baltimore City Public School System, the ARC of Baltimore, and DOORS, the Division of Rehabilitation Services. And all of those partners are working together to make the program a success here.
The students gain real-life work experience. The schools land students in the field where they learn job skills. And employers, such as Pamela Blue, get students eager to learn those skills in internships, usually of about 10 weeks. The employers realize a potential employee down the road.
Joe is, well, he was our first one, so I guess we have a special fondness for him.
Joe works in the library, its stockroom and file room.
And we looked at things like opening the mail, delivering the newspapers, which I think it's been wonderful. It's given the 3 staff members who work most closely with the Project Search student an opportunity to learn some supervisory skills.
The staff also has help from Project Search in training the students. It comes from the ARC of Baltimore, a community-based support services agency for people with developmental disabilities. The ARC has launched Project Search here in Baltimore.
How are you? Good. I'm a job coach.
The job coach serves as an essential part of the program.
I go to the supervisors, I learn the job, I write a job analysis up, task by task, and I come back with the student and I teach the student the job. Usually you devote a lot of time in the beginning, and once you really work with them one-on-one, the interns learn really fast. So you phase out, so you might start in the beginning there every day from 9 to 1. And then as the days go on and the student is mastering the skill, you phase out maybe twice a week, then maybe a couple of hours or maybe 1 hour.
The job coach handles the training, oversees the interns, and always is on site.
Too often programs are really great feel-good programs, if you will, but the amount of extra work.
Mary DiGiacinto is a human resources director at the University of Maryland, Baltimore.
The job coaches, the quality of work was validated on an ongoing basis, and again, limited time from the immediate supervisor.
She says the students' work surprised the supervisors.
In their mind, they had limited what they expected the students could do and found that they had to expand the amount of work that they could give to the students to fill the time, which was very exciting to everyone. But that was one of the big ahas.
Joe and another intern handle the everyday, such as tagging library books with anti-theft strips. But Joe also handles labeling books.
Hi, Joseph. Where are you on these right now?
It's a more complicated job that involves correctly punching numbers into a data template on computer. The job's done right.
Both of them have been excellent, and both of them have actually taken on more responsibility and learned more duties than we had anticipated that they would want to do or would be able to do. So we are thrilled.
And that's just where we want the program to go. We want to challenge the students. We want to find jobs for them that are not the jobs that you traditionally think that people with disabilities can do.
I really wish that I would have known about it earlier. Office assistants are very helpful position here.
Christina Huntley talks about Tiana Miller, who handles the mail, copies, sorts, assembles folders for meetings, and more.
I think our only concern is that we only have them for a short period of time, and we really wish that we can have them for a longer duration.
She says Tiana's positive presence boosts morale.
Tiana is a very joyful person. She laughs a lot. She has a great smile, and she's very pleasant to work with. Just a great smile when she comes in the morning, and I can depend on Tiana to come in and even get started without myself or the job coach even being present.
She is, in short,
independent and also reliable and responsible.
The employer really expects that the individual is going to come with certain skills, certain knowledge, certain abilities. So it's really critical that when candidates come to us, that they present themselves as being employable. At the end of the day, most employers are looking for you to do a job. To be job ready means that you have that ability to take on a task.
Clarence Moore paints. It's a skill he's learned during Project Search.
You have that ability to understand an order when it's given to you, or a direction. Order is not always a nice word to use, but a direction when it's given to you.
Bessie Holloman appreciates both Moore's ability to work and to see a job through.
How you doing, Mr. Cooper?
Jerry Cooperman is Moore's counselor.
How you doing? Okay.
Cooperman works for the Division of Rehabilitation Services, or DOORS, with the Maryland State Department of Education. DOORS programs help people with disabilities go to work. Many DOORS counselors, like Cooperman, work exclusively with the high school students who are moving from school into work.
Clarence is getting real work experience. He comes here every day and he works in the various departments, getting wonderful skills, not only actual work skills, but soft skills as well. Get to work on time and how to interact with coworkers, how to deal with supervisors, and we have been hearing via reports and talking to our contacts here that Clarence is really doing a wonderful job.
And you want the person to know that you are very confident, so you should be making what? Eye contact. Good. You should make eye contact.
The students of Project Search attend class an hour before and after work. They learn job readiness, resume writing, and interviewing skills.
Come in.
Good morning, Ms. Gillis.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
And they learn appropriate workplace conversation and behavior about how to work as much as the work itself.
All right. I'm looking here. I see that your name is Clarence Moore.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
You know, you hear this all the time. I can train for the technical skills, and I can do that as an employer. I can do that. But what I find very difficult to do is get the right work attitude, get the right work behavior.
I'm a good worker.
And I can depend on you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
The classroom integrates job etiquette with the skills necessary to get along, get it done, and excel.
An individual with disabilities can do any job that's out there, provided it can be made to be structured and systematic.
They can do these tasks, says Holloman, and often do them better. At the University of Maryland, Baltimore, Holloman says time has taught him one bedrock truth.
I now employ better than a dozen individuals with disabilities in my facilities management group, or within operations and maintenance. And what I've found over the years is that consistency, reliability, dedication, loyalty, these are all characteristics that show up in individuals with disabilities that frankly don't always show up in everybody else.
Put coldly, on paper, he says, his numbers are better. Less downtime, fewer sick days.
If I were to simply look at my downtime, the amount of leave time that's taken by employees, the average employee has a downtime rate of 17%. Among the individuals with disabilities who we've hired, that downtime rate is less than 10%.
If there's probably a single characteristic that a Project Search graduate, a person with disability, brings to a prospective employer is motivation and enthusiasm about working. The thing that got, I think, all of us most excited about Project Search is that it resonates with the value that our organization holds dear when it comes to employment, and that is that if given the opportunity and given the training, virtually all people with developmental disabilities can work in real jobs in regular workplaces. These people want to work, bottom line.